That's just gonna be the nice part about it.
Yo, what number Rudy was?
No one player y'all ain't seen.
7th round pick.
I went and snuck that, got that trade in. Put me a corner.
I already see it.
Yeah, I know. I know y'all do. Elon. 6'1", 94, 95. Let's go.
Where the fuck this
Trey? Trey?
Huh?
That shit up and running. We live.
Fuck it.
Let me share this thing. We live.
Fucking safety.
Got the fuck off.
I'm tired of this nigga.
Get that shit, Swords.
Talk and walk.
Hey, hitter.
Yeah.
Just know, thank you, hitter.
For what?
You'll see.
Oh, shit.
You'll see.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, hitter.
Hey.
Oh shit. Thank you, hitter. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Where's my laptop charger? Fuck, bro.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's what you say. Meanwhile,
Let's do it together.
That man, he got some dogs. I ain't even look see he grabbed it.
Why ain't you in bed, bro?
My
Where you come from?
My turn.
Come on, my turn. It's 11:30. Get a big ass in bed.
Hey, man.
last year was thank you, Craig.
My turn. My turn.
A couple seasons ago it was thank you, Falk. This season is thank you, Ant, and thank you, Hitter.
I like on it. I put already.
He got a wedgie.
Already.
He's playing already.
Oh, he playing already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He got them Chinese. You gotta.
He trying to practice with
the R's with the
practice and
W's.
shit. Yeah, he won his turn.
Weak as hell, bro.
I'm ready to weep.
My son turned into a junkie unknowingly. I don't know where this nigga came from. He
They
was
still
upstairs.
ain't take this shit out of the game, man. This shit is so gay.
What's up? Nope. No.
$300 million man.
Okay.
Hey, but he stole him from his division mate, so good move, Sean. Let's go see what he changed his name to already. I know he ain't changed that motherfucking name.
They call me Mr. Tiggs.
Oh, he ain't changed it.
This nigga acting that say Sidney Poitier for the world. Sidney Poitier.
I'm a user of the game.
Still up?
Oof.
They did? Which one? The 6? Sure. Why not both you putting one together or you got one over there? You just... Y'all be talking big shit in practice, man. God damn.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Where you at, Snake, man?
I'm over here, bro.
Alright.
Sean Jameson 40 time might go up, and the DBs run this weekend too.
The DBs run this weekend. A lot of shit gonna change, baby.
I know his shit gonna go up. 95, 89. That little motherfucker fast. Shit. Might go down though. So you gotta be careful about.
Bringing it back, Falk. Bringing it back, Falky. The Hard Knocks episodes. You fucked up your pick. Thought you was slick. From running a 40 tonight and ran a 4.55, he ain't popping. Real well, hit a draft a 6'5 guy with 4.3 speed. I mean 4.2. Damn, that's speed. Mike ain't get his fucking safety at all. He was hot. Or whatnot. Shoguns ain't get a Raven yet. Since Floating for motherfucking Max, won the ball, running everybody shit jiggy. Nigga won one. How I feel, Max? Interview tonight?
Hey man, interview tonight.
Interview tonight? My nigga got a bowl in the building. Oh shit. Oh my god. Yes he did. Real Drive 6, man. We back at it. The live combine. So this the funny thing though, real talk, man. We kind of was a little backwards this time. Not backwards, but we always, it's always creative and doing something new. So usually with the real draft, the first draft class, we usually have the combine numbers already done and we know everything everybody are before we do the draft. But this time around, we built the players, and numbers will change for these players as the combine closes. So we know Saturday will be the last day. The defense will start going on Friday and Saturday. And then we'll get the true number Saturday night, and then we'll really get into our edit. So enjoy these players while you can enjoy them. Just know this. We're not assholes. Remember that. We want everybody to enjoy themselves and have fun. The draft was crazy to me. I think, everybody stayed sticky. Wasn't a lot of major trades going around and shit. So I think if you wanted to trade, you were supposed to be a year ahead of shit. You should have busted trades last year to be able to get this year's stuff you wanted and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Or you do what Falky did and just hit. While he pick it, while niggas just picking Falky on the phone, right on Google. What he run? What he run? Bring him in. Bring him the fuck in.
He damn sure stole one from me.
Bring him in. Bring him in. Alright, so we look at the real life players, man. We're finally at that part of our league, man. Honestly, what the Madden franchise Junkie crew is known for is this league, the Real Draft League. We brought back the way we moved in Madden 20, how we kept the same lead the entire time. We did exactly that again. Due to the EA fucking up draft classes and shit like that with the new system they haven't figured out yet. But we know how to maneuver and continue to keep things going. So everybody that came out of this draft class is a real life person. So those that are watching that are in the league, you cannot change the name. They are all real players. We will have real attributes and stats on these guys. And it'll be that way all the way until we're done playing Madden 22. So from here on out, every draft, you can better Google these players' names and Google, what they did when they were high school guys. That's not in college yet. What you're going to get is Nike combine numbers. Okay, so a lot of these guys, their junior year, they do the Nike camps and all that shit. They get combine numbers, laser times, all that type of stuff, and we build them off the film work, and we build them off their their numbers and shit that they got laid on them. So as you continue to go through the real draft, if you're going through it for the first time with us, you can always get to the information yourself by Googling it. Other than that, man, we start off with this year's QB class. So I'll ask you right away, Snake, man. The real life QB class that came out in 21's draft class. How do you feel about this draft class, this quarterbacks, the 22 draft class quarterbacks that's coming out? The Kenny Pickett's and the Malik Willis's and the Howwells and the Corrals and the Desmond Ritters, and I thought we had some pretty good names in this draft, quarterback wise.
I think we had some pretty good names this draft. I think that I know Pickett probably we have. I think a lot of the QBs are just a little bit younger in this draft class, so they might not have as much experience, but they all just need a little bit of work. But they all got. It's definitely some dogs that got some skills.
Yeah, and I think we had a crop that came out that they're going to do great combine numbers and great things, but like some of these players at every position, the combine number makes them dogs on Madden. Like is a guy I didn't pick in the draft yet. He supposedly ran a 4.21 today. He probably a shit receiver, but because he ran a 4.21, he'll be a fucking monster on Madden. So, speed does, change things. I mean, we go back to a couple of drafts, DJ Charks and Interstate 11s. These guys, were highly sought out players because of their, pretty much 40 times and what they did at the combine made them high draft picks on the game Madden. And some guys like we had, you had players like that. What was the safety that everybody used to always go get out of free agency? Falk that had all the damn speed. Valentine. Like you get those type of players, man, that you can you get the right speed and stuff on them. You feel like you can build that player yourself into a monster player. Well, this draft to me it wasn't a super deep class, but it's a great Madden draft. Especially with our draft classes, the way we build the players and what we see, how we see them coming out. So, it's a lot of big players going to be in this league right now. And the question is going to be, how many of these guys are going to be stars? How many of these guys are going to be average? How many of these guys are going to be in graveyard spots? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. You got guys on that's going to keep it 100 with you. If it's a graveyard situation, you're going to hear about it. If we feel like, this player is going to be a household name in this league, then, we're going to talk about it. But we're going to go through positions like we do every time we come out of a draft. We're going to go through the positions first, and we will start with the quarterback position. Max, quarterbacks that came out this year, how many of them you think will be day one starters?
Like one, maybe two.
Maybe two? Falky, you think it'll be more than two?
No, I think it's two. I think two a good number. You might get a surprise in Arizona, but we'll see.
Now, let's talk there for a second. You guys drafted the HBCU quarterback Akil Glass.
I think it's 3.
My question would be to you, Collar's, is getting up there in age, but he still got enough football left. The question is your decision as a coaching staff, what are you doing, right? Are you in run back mode, coming off of a divisional loss, first time, and I think the entire time playing from Game of Thrones and going into now real draft, your first time leaving the playoffs earlier than a championship game, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe the first year I'm lying. Second time. First year D West
Sure, I
played
think I went out.
the
I went
Bucks.
out
Yeah.
losing around.
So my question would be to you: is it time to make that change right now, or is this a you bring in the HBCU quarterback in? He was very talented quarterback. He has the film. He has the attributes to really be a great quarterback in this league. But it's a transition that you'll go to. You're dealing with a more traditional pocket passing quarterback now. How much of a realistic chance does he have to actually start this year?
I think it's about 50-50 right now. I think we've kind of had past the crossroad, like you said, crossroad, Kyler Murray. I think we've done, we've won championships, we've won MVPs, we've won all the awards we could win. We're in the record book, solidified as, one of the greats, if not the greatest quarterback outside of Tom Brady. So I think it's just one of those things. It's like, what else do you need to do? Or do you develop guys, or do you just continue to run up the record books? So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. We got a meeting tomorrow with the staff, and we're gonna see. Also, be sitting up with me, but I'm gonna get the feedback from my team and see if it's ready for a change. Might be a change.
When you have the media and coaching staff calling Kyler Murray selfish, and what do you say to a player who we've interviewed in this process? And the question was brought up. They brought your replacement in. And do you feel like they're trying to replace you right now? And he said, I've done a lot for this team. I gave them my all. There's nothing that I haven't done that they asked me to do. 4 Super Bowls in. I built a legacy here. I'm the best quarterback walking on the planet right now that's still playing football. His words was, the Cardinals owe it to me to be able to go down in history as the greatest, or walk amongst the giants and greats, and that means record books. He still thinks he has a lot of football left, and the more football he play, the more he get to take down NFL records. Do you think that's a selfish statement from him, or do you feel as though he's right? He deserves the opportunity to see it all the way out until he really can't play anymore on some Tom Brady shit. He can walk away when he wants to and not be forced to walk away, or send him somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing we gotta decide. That's why I said it's 50-50, because he do deserve 4 Super Bowls. Just great numbers year in, year out, 100 touchdowns. He averaging like 80 touchdowns over his career, like just some wild stats and impressive numbers. But he does deserve to walk out on his own, right? We also got the business side of it, we got the Bill Belichick side of it, almost like Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo. He knew he had to get younger. Tom still wanted to play. And, the owner, thankfully this time, Bidwell, Mr. Bidwell, he's letting me make the ultimate decision. But, I'm torn. Been to the mountaintop with this guy. He deserves to go when he's ready.
Mark, it's 250,000 right here.
But I also know you got to get younger. So, yeah, man, it's tough decisions coming.
You get comments from the NFC. Speaking for the NFC West, we would appreciate y'all changing quarterbacks. Says a NFC fan over there. That's one of the NFC West fans wants to opponent. They're looking for the Cardinals to change. Now, the Cardinals roster will be facing a big time turnover. How much of that gives you more energy to to get back to the mountaintop versus some guys aren't in that situation where they're resetting, and most guys are, but you have a bunch of guys on your team of age right now that gave it their all for you through your guys' 7-year run, but now the new wave of talent is coming in here, and you guys did a hell of a job in the draft and through free agency and undrafted free agents. How much of a window do you feel your team has to have to be able to get back to dominant football?
I think we're a half a season away. Just being honest with you, I think we have a great mix of veterans, and then with these young guys, I don't think it'll be long. You know, we drafted well, and we make sure we got guys who were seasoned, 3-4 year starters at their college. So I don't think it'll be a whole season. I mean, we play the #1 schedule year in, year out, first place. So we're playing the dogs, and then we'll be able to assess and playing those dogs where we are, and if we need time. But I really think maybe it'll take about 9 weeks for us to get it together, for jail, for the rookies not to be rookies that's playing, and then for the veterans just to do what they do.
All right, so we're going to talk about the quarterbacks that came out of this year's draft. And what we're going to do is we're going to assess just a preview of what we think could happen. You got Oregon's quarterback, who also played for Boston College, transferred to Oregon, played his last 2 seasons at Oregon, Anthony Brown, 74 overall, 85 speed, 88 excel, 92 throw power. He goes to the New Orleans Saints. He was actually drafted by the New Orleans Saints with the starting quarterback over there already in GETA Styles. There's no pressure for GETA Styles in this situation, right? This is the backup quarterback. Or can he push for the starting job, in your opinion?
He'll back up.
All right, Brock Purdy for the out of Iowa State goes to Denver Broncos. In my opinion, I think he's a backup. Kellen Mond is still in his prime. All right, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. This is interesting. You got Barry Strait as the starting quarterback for the Panthers, who've yet, in the 5 years he's been over there. Coach, he's yet to get this team into the playoffs. Do you think a guy like a Dorian Thompson-Robinson, who started since his freshman year at UCLA, can come in and get the starting job, or even fight for the starting job over here? Snake, what do you think? Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 93 throw power, dual threat, 87 speed, 87 excel.
Yeah, he'd probably be a backup project.
All right, my sleeper, the Saints pick up another backup quarterback in Belly Sappe from out of Western Kentucky. Good speed on this kid, but he got a strong arm, 96. Again, I think, these guys are just roster fillers, especially with the quarterback they got over there. Here's a very interesting one. All right, so Derek King from out of Miami, the dual threat, goes to the Miami Dolphins over there, where Dan Marino's the starting quarterback, Dan Marino Jr. Is this a situation where we're looking at a quarterback battle?
Yep, I believe so.
I believe so too. I think the speed alone.
Been known to just go through quarterbacks.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Dolphins, Dan Marino Jr. and now the Derek King, who's has dual threat capability, 92 speed, 92 excel. This kid played multiple positions. And he went to Miami and became a full-time quarterback. But before that, at Houston, he played receiver, running back. He played all over the place, quarterback for them as well. 93 throw power. He has 80 attributes when it comes down to the core attributes: throwing the ball, short, accuracy, deep, all that stuff is 80 across the board. 92 speed, 92 excel. Could this be an upgrade to the Miami Dolphins offense, or Dan Marino still should be the guy there?
Could definitely be an upgrade in the threat. This is possibly be a sleeper. Be a sleeper in discussion for like a Rookie of the Year candidate come the end of the year. So he can go right in and take the job from the Dolphins.
You think he goes right in and takes the job?
Yeah.
I like it. I like this pickup. Let's see where he actually drafted him at. This is a good pickup. In my opinion, I definitely like this pickup. Where the Dolphins have pretty much
pick 24.
Right. All right, so does this change the style of play for the Miami Dolphins, or does it just adds to what they could do? Like, how much could this quarterback actually sit in the pocket and play the style of play that the Dolphins have been playing over the last 7 seasons, where is drop back and you know, let it rip, man. Crossing routes, let the speed of their receivers run all over the place. They hit you across as drags. They use their tight ends very well, use their running backs out the backfield really well. Dan Marino was able to move around, but wasn't super mobile, where you didn't really see a lot of rollout and stuff going on over there. Although they did move the pocket at times, but they got a guy right now that can do both run and move the pocket, and I think he has a serviceable enough arm to be able to make things happen right now. So I do like this situation. I think we have a very interesting situation where we're looking at maybe two quarterbacks that come in and start from the rookie season. This is one of them. Probably a surprise one of, you know, this is that Madden player more than, you know that player, you know what I mean. Like, this is a guy with the attributes that you play because of Madden.
Got Madden skill.
Yeah. All right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got Wise Montana over there. They also drafted Carson Strong from out of Nevada. Really strong arm, 96 throw power, 82, 85 speed, 85 excel. I think Wise is Montana is young enough to be able to still keep that starting job, but I do think, you know, there's a little pressure there now that they brought in Carson Strong. He's a really strong arm quarterback, and they got some really good big time receivers over there, size wise and speed. So you know, that can stretch the field. So I don't know if he can come in and be the starter right away with Wise Montana there already, because they like to run around with their quarterback. They like to move the pocket and roll out right and left with their quarterback. So I think it's interesting, but I don't think he's a starter there. All right, so we heard it from the horse's mouth, but Snake, come on. How realistic is Kyler Murray sitting the bench this year over a kill glass?
He's not, bro.
Next question, right? I don't think he's...
Kyler Murray. We gave him it's Kyler Murray, so we know it.
We know that, right? All right, so Mckenzie Milton, you know, this kid, UCF, I mean, he was at one point a Heisman candidate at one point a few years back. Tore his leg up to the point where they thought he would never play football again. He rehabbed for 2 years, get back, still had eligibility, goes to Florida State. I think his best game at Florida State was against Notre Dame, even though they lost the game. He showed the flashes of him back in the day when he was at UCF. This kid comes in 83 overall, 94 throw power. He has 90 speed, 90 excel. Another 5'11 quarterback. But I think, you know, this might be a situation where we're looking at a starter here for the Detroit Lions. 94 throw power. We're looking at 85 short, 85 medium, 85 deep.
The Lions got a young quarterback.
I know. That's why this is interesting to me.
Like, I don't think that he's only 23. Like, but we've seen the Lions go right ahead and play with
Remember they had playbook gate.
We've seen remember Fast, what was that Fast Eddie or Free who was that? Minor?
Freddie Minor, and then they brought the kid in off the practice squad.
Quarterbacks in the
mid-season and playoff run.
So, like, there's no telling. I could very well see it. You know, Florida State, shoot, he very well could take the field right away. You don't know with them.
Yeah, we really don't know with them. My only thing is it's not too much of a change, and I think the quarterback that they got right now has a stronger arm than this kid, and they both got 90 speed. Yeah, so this would be a backup guy that, you know, that will keep the starter looking over his shoulder. Same system, so it's not a bad pick right here. Now, one of the top, you know, 5 quarterbacks to come out of this draft on everybody's mock draft boards and top players at each position, top 5 players at each position, is Sam Howwell. He goes to the Chargers. This is interesting. We haven't really seen the Chargers play a game in 2 seasons. Their quarterback over there, I don't think he's safe. I think Sam Howell can come in and push for the starting job right now.
He is the starter.
Right now?
He's definitely the starter. Herbert is not on the Chargers.
Herbert don't play for the Chargers at all anymore?
He's not on the Chargers.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who got him. If he's a free agent.
So this is luxury of a quarterback, you know, of a team not managing their team. Their quarterback goes into free agency. Or maybe they let him go because I know they did get on and set their board and all that shit before they wasn't able to draft. So maybe this was calculated. They didn't want to pay that man. And if Sam Howell comes in, I like Sam Howell. Listen, I thought he was really one of the top quarterbacks his junior year when he had running backs Javonte Williams and MC8 in the backfield, and he was throwing to Diami Brown, the other receiver number 5. They had a really good offense in North Carolina. They won 11 games that year. They blew Miami the hell out, and this quarterback played well all year.
Herbert is on there. My shit was tripping.
Herbert is there?
Yeah, he is. But Sam Howell still pushing for the job, though.
Right. I think this is a situation we're dealing with. Especially when you take 2 years off, 2 seasons off. I don't think you're still tied to that quarterback, especially a quarterback that's getting up there in age. I think this is a fresh, when you come back and you need a fresh breath, that breath of fresh air, whatever, however you say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come back, you want something to look forward to playing with. So I think Sam Howell is going to actually be the starter for the LA Chargers. I like this. We'll see. We'll see. This is going to be interesting. Now we're looking at Kenny Pickett over Jalen Hurts right now. Mark comes back. Mark got one of the best quarterbacks in the draft. I think, me personally, I think he comes in and he should be the starter for the Texans. I think they need to go in a whole new direction, period. So, won't know until Mark get back, though, but Kenny Pickett is a good pickup for the Houston Texans. Then you get Desmond Ridder, who goes to the Indianapolis Colts, and Coach Mike. This is starter day 1, right?
Yep. This quarterback getting long in the tooth.
Right. So we're looking at 3, possibly 4 quarterbacks already. Legit 3. Derek. How many we just said so far? We're looking at Derek King. We know Glass ain't gonna start. Sam Howell, and now Desmond Ridder. There's 3 starting quarterbacks we got. Sleeper Dustin Crum goes to the Packers. Well, the Packers got dual threat quarterbacks over there already. They got 2 really good quarterbacks that they drafted. I mean, they got 2 serviceable quarterbacks that they drafted in the same draft class. But they want to drop back and throw for football. They ain't really looking to run with their quarterbacks. They don't care if their quarterbacks have dual threat capability. I think this quarterback fits their system more than the dual threat guys do with Dustin Crum.
Better throw power, 98 throw power.
Exactly.
And his numbers not far off from them.
Right, and we already saw, what they could do with those receivers that they got out there already. So I like it. And then you have Malik Willis, who was picked up by the Cincinnati Bengals, and this was a high draft pick right here.
First quarterback taken in the draft, round 1, pick 6.
He starts right away. There's no way he doesn't start. He's going to be on the field right away. To me, I think this quarterback. You said Derek King has opportunity for Rookie of the Year. I think so does Malik Willis. If the coach is playing all his games.
Right.
All right. So we're looking at about 4 quarterbacks to potentially start. Let's get to the running back position and see what we got coming over here in the running back position. I think we got a lot of backup running backs that can literally start. How about this, Brian Robinson? Nick Chubb's up there, long tooth right now, man. Brian Robinson, they go from Nick Chubb to Brian Robinson Jr. from Alabama, 6'1", 226. We're looking at 95 break tackle, 95 truck, and this is not good for the AFC North. Shit. I love this pick.
Great pick.
It's a hell of a pick right here, man. The question is, do you give Nick Chubb one more season? He's been playing really good late in his career, or do you pass the keys over right away?
Yeah, pass the keys over right away, man. Still run the two back. We know him. He run the 2 back and tight end system, so he can he'll get some carries, but keep being around for that veteran leadership. But you gotta get Brian Robinson to start carries right away.
Yeah, you gotta get him unlocked and get him ready to go. We're looking at a guy that should unlock to an X Factor, I think. A superstar at the least. I'm gonna dig into him real fast. In the Browns offense with the West Coast offense, they want to run the ball. Nick Saban usually, has some good running backs that can catch the ball out the backfield as well. Yeah, we're dealing with a superstar. I like this pick, man. I like this pick. I like right where he's at. He's in a situation where he'll eventually be the bell cow for this team as Nick Chubb's career walks in. He didn't make that trade, did he, for the Panthers running back, did he? Howard Street is still in Carolina, right?
I believe so. Yeah, Street's still in Carolina.
All right. So the sleeper pick, who to me probably was one of the best, if not Brian Robinson being the best running back in the draft, Breece Hall, man, Iowa State. If you don't know nothing about this guy, go watch his highlight. He's going to wow you during his pro day, and he's going to wow you during the combine. Trust what I'm telling you. This is a dog-ass running back at 6'1", 220. Now, here's the thing. Travis Etienne been everything for this Jaguars team. I think they reloaded at the running back position. I think they're in a great situation. They got a bigger back with good speed. I mean, he comes in with the same speed Travis Etienne came in with. My question is the Jaguars done with Travis Etienne, though? Are they ready to really get this kid developed right away, or is this going to be a slow-paced development, doing a lot more backup duty, not getting 20, 25 carries a game, more like somewhere between 7 to 10 as a rookie? What do you think?
I think it might start out slow pace, but when given the opportunity, he might show him some stuff he ain't seen before. So he might. I think Etienne is still his guy.
Right.
I think he'll get get some carries as he see that the NFL is not too much for this kid.
If he catches up to the speed of the NFL fast, I think he breaks into, Etienne running the ball 30 anywhere from 30 to 38 times at times. I think he cuts into that number tremendously if he can show that, the NFL speed is not too fast for him. You're dealing with a superstar as well. And then another superstar, I like this fucking running back. At first I was like, what is the Raiders doing, man? They just started opening things up with their running back Bass over there. But then you think about it, what this team really want to do. They want to run the football, whether it's the quarterback running or the running back running. And then when you run the ball that much, now that we're going to play with injuries on, and you're running the ball that much, right? This is not a bad pick, because to me,
that was his absolute thinking.
My favorite player in the draft. This is my favorite running back in the draft right here. Believe me, if he was there later on, I'd get this kid. We saw what he did for Michigan State. He won the Doak Walker Award. I'm sorry. He's legit, bro. Agile. He can shake you. He can hit holes. He can run through you. He can do it all right now. Look at him. 92 ball vision. That shows you elusive. He's not just a one cut back. He can find the holes and get busy. And he'll run you the fuck over. 92 speed. 92 break tackle. 92 trucking and high stiff arm. And can catch the ball out the backfield. The problem is they have Bass over there and Tremaine Bass. So, but I think if you're looking at a backup running back, he can touch the ball 15 times a game as well, as even with Bass getting the ball 25 times.
He talked to the Raiders. Shout out to the Raiders. He missed the draft, but he got on a set of the draft board and everything. And as you see, like you said, he definitely wanted to run the ball, so he made sure he set his draft board and addressed that, as we'll see when he go through his rookies. But this running back will be getting some carries. Bass is 25. And he's getting to that plateau, but he'll definitely be running a two-back system. And like you say, injuries will be on, so he definitely wanted to get ahead of that and prepare for that.
We might be dealing with an AFC West division that throws the football. With this team is the throwback running football team. We might really get 50 carries a game.
Hey, multiple games. We might get we might get a whole lot of carries over here.
I'm looking at something somewhere between 500 to 600 carries amongst three players: quarterback, two running backs. I really see this over here. I'm not mad at this pickup right here, because I think, I always say, when we get this far in the league and, get to, season 7s, even though this is the first real draft season, when you get that deep, you need two running backs, bro. You got to have two of them. And I think this team has that. This was a hell of a pickup, in my opinion. The next player on here is a receiver / running back. You get a tweener. Now, we had a tweener come out last year with Griffin, Danger, but Wandell is a true tweener. At Nebraska, he played every position on him, man. He gets to Kentucky, and he really honed his receiving skills a lot more at Kentucky, where they had this guy with a first-round grade. You'll see it as you watch real life football and real life combine stuff. You'll see what he's really about. This is one of Snake's favorites. You've turned this guy into a monster every real draft we had with him coming out of it. The fact that he's a tweener, the fact that you moved in a running back, he goes from an 80, like 82, 83 overall, maybe 84 at the most. What was he, 84 coming out, 85, somewhere around there?
I think it was 84.
84 coming
It
out.
might have been like 83. It might be the 83.
Move him to the running back position, and now you got to deal with, Cummings. And you thought you saw DeVoe little ass doing a little bit of things, but now you got a guy that can really catch the football out the backfield and run the football. Like, you got a guy that, to me, in my opinion, just changes the Cowboys offense. There's almost Raiders sense, and what I say about that is we already know what you could do when the time came tough and you had to make it to the playoffs. You ran your running back the way you're supposed to, and he ran you right back to the playoffs. But I just think now you got a weapon, and that weapon, X, in the backfield gives you a little bit more of what you're really trying to do offensively. Let's just think about what you did. You found the running back, and you found yourself another Ezekiel Elliott style running back, right? But then you went and finally traded for the quarterback that's dual threat, that you could do some dual threat shit with the RPO game and all that, and then you go get the weapon. I'm not going to call him a running back. Let's just call him the weapon that you could do jet sweeps with. You can run the ball from regular I formation things. You can still power run with him. He can hit the edge real fast and get going. His speed goes up because of his 40 time. Just talk about why this was important for you to really bring your offense back from Madden 20.
I mean, I do what I like to do. Just like them big wide receivers on the outside, and then like you say, Wendell, he can just do everything. Running backs, a lot of big wide receivers, running backs, special teams, two backs back there. He just all around. I can open the field up with my quarterback and just do what I want to do. Almost a little bit of everything.
No doubt. All right, so we get Speedy in the building again. Kyren Williams. The last time we saw him in real draft, he had a walk-off home run from 99 yards out to win a ball game with 14 seconds left. Listen, I'm just saying like this. We thought Boone Jackson was going to be the Washington football team's change of, that was going to do some things over there. We haven't seen that develop yet. They go get this as a luxury pick. But in my opinion, I think this is a win for them. They go back and get an old but goodie, something that they're comfortable with playing with. We know once he runs tomorrow, we know he's going to run a faster 40 than that 95, and that's already 4.3 there. I think he's going to go a little faster than that. But we're looking at a guy that's agile, agility. He can, he can in and out of shit, and 84 break tackle trucking. So he's a real heavy runner. I think this puts somebody in that backfield on notice over there. I don't know if it's Boone Jackson or is the other guy Smoking Hayes. One of them is going to be a special teams duty guy, and I don't know if the Washington football team is going to be having to trade a running back eventually, but I think he comes in, he's going to play right away for this team. I would like ideally to see Boone Jackson and him manning that backfield. But we haven't yet to see Boone get going yet. So, what do you think in this division playing with, playing against Kyren Williams from Notre Dame? He's one of the top 10 running backs, top 6 running backs coming out of the draft in real life.
You get a lot of Boone for your buck with this guy here. It's like he almost like a more explosive, a little bit faster MJD type bowling ball,
sir.
But he's shifty. He's a little bit more shifty than MJD, and he coming a little bit more power because he a little bit smaller than MJD. So
right.
I think he definitely creates some issues. It's just
it's all about how they use him.
Notice over there.
Yeah, somebody on notice over there, man. I want to say Smoking Hayes.
Smoking Hayes.
I want to say Smoking Hayes, and if Smoking Hayes is on the block, somebody need to come get that guy right away. He's speed demon. I just think when you go get a guy you want to play with, it's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like Boone Jackson.
We had him before, right?
He had him before. That's what I'm saying. A guy you want to play with. It's like you with Wandell. Is a guy you want to play with. Yeah. So, the Boone Jackson thing was, the Boone Jackson was me pushing him in that direction, man. You got to get him. You had Bo Jackson over there in Game of Thrones. I think he did it, but I don't think it was what he wanted to really do. This is something he really wanted to do. You know how it is when a guy go get somebody they want to play with, what they do with that player.
He did trade up in that draft, and he ain't used to really drafting in that top 5. So that was like I could see that he just he like to develop players and stuff. So it ain't no telling. Like he It ain't no telling. But
Is it possible that we don't see him right away though? Maybe he's slow walking, like because you still have to develop Boone Jackson. Like you cannot waste that type of running back at all. So you still got to develop that. So where does Kyren Williams get in and fit in?
Is the coach in here?
You know the coach is here, but I don't know if the coach got off yet. The coach should be still on right now. He might even be in the game already.
Oh, he might be in the game. Oh, all right.
No, him.
Man, I mean, you.
Nah, he's special teams right now.
Special teams. Okay, there it go.
So
there it go.
He rocking 3 running backs this season.
Okay.
Smoking Hayes not on the block. So
not on the block.
Time. Hit it on trade.
All right. So then the Colts come back and get Tyler Algieri from BYU, 93 speed, 93 excel. This kid's 5'10", 221, power back, 90 break tackle, 90 trucking. Where Adai has been the man over there, they could not get themselves a backup running back. They finally found one, in my opinion. He's a development stage, 75 overall. You got a lot of work to do with him. 55 awareness. He's going to be a project. But when he get going, you got a guy that can run in between tackles. So I like that. And we got another HBCU player that I thought was a hell of a pickup, and he's going to run a faster 40 than what we see on this board right now with the 92-92. You'll see tomorrow. But 5'10", 220, another big back. You can do some things with him. Put the freight train on him once he unlocked. Get him to a superstar, get him to an X factor. But they got Camden Man over there that's getting up there in age. I like this running back. They are 3 deep at the backfield right now. Man hasn't really exploded the way we wanted to see because it hasn't been production from the coach over there. But I do think this coach is retooling his roster to when he is able to lock all the way in and play his games. He's in a good situation right now, and I like this running back. One of the best running backs in HBCU right now. Then you got the Isaiah Pacheco from Rutgers, New Jersey. Goes to the Dolphins. In my opinion, I like the running back. I just don't see him getting any time unless Nuna East is out the door. Then he becomes a backup running back for them. Because they drafted a running back last year who was pretty solid for them all year long. So I think this is just a luxury pickup. C.J. Verdell. Still running back right here. Still dog running back from out of Oregon. He split time over there with another running back that we should see, Travis Dye, whose brother played for the Minnesota Vikings. But Verdell is a dog. He was clocked in at a 4.2. Also, we'll see when he runs his 40 time. Coming out of high school at the Nike camp, he was clocked in at like a 4.24 or some shit like that. So he's blazing. We'll see though. Over here, he's going to have to fight time to be a special teams player right now. I really don't think he's really going to see the football at all in the backfield where the Fields brothers are there. But he's serviceable and can be a dog for this team, depending on how they use him, where they want to use him at. I mean, you're looking at a guy who's 5'7", 194 pounds, running behind an average 6'8" across the board offensive line. He can get lost, man. He can get lost, but I just don't see the enough footballs to go around for him this year. But this is a future Casey Fields, getting up there in a little bit in age where his younger brother is ready to take over the starting job there eventually, with Verdell being a backup. And Neef Buck running back punts and kicks slows him down from being a complete kickoff and punt returner. So he'll share punt return and kick return duties with Hanif. Even though Neef made the Pro Bowl off of punt returns, kick returns last year, we'll see. The next back is a sleeper back. So what happens with this running back is you really never got to see his full potential because he had J.K. Dobbins in front of him, and then when it was his turn to start, he got hurt, and then our freshman Henderson came in the building with the 4.2 speed for Ohio State last year and started as a true freshman. So Master T really never got a chance to show what he could do. But what we did know is this kid is 220 pounds and runs a 4.3. 95 speed, 95 excel, and a much needed backfield. I'm looking at the Vikings picking this kid up, and I think this was a great pickup for the Vikings. That passing game was really special last year, and what they didn't have was a run game. Now they got a featured running back in their backfield that they can do things with. And speed kills, we know that. 5'11", 220 pounds. He's more than just speed, this kid. But he's a one-cut back. This guy ain't gonna beat you up with moves. He's gonna see the hole, hit the hole, and get ghosts. You know what I mean? And when you stretching the field the way the Vikings stretch the field, their run game could be really special. Abraham Smith. Beller, this kid played linebacker. They moved him to running back. And when they moved him to running back, he was a dog for this team. 1,000-yard back 2 years in a row. It's a sneaky pickup. You're looking at 92 break tackle, 92 trucking. My thing is they have that running back on their roster already. I don't know if he's still going to be there or they're going to get rid of him, what the case may be. But we know Danger's in the building. But Danger's a tweener. He can play receiver, running back. He's not that guy that's going to, run through all tackles. He's going to beat you with his speed. This kid can break tackles and run from in between the tackles. He could be a really good goal line running back, too. Somewhere in the red zone, be very dangerous for this team. All right, Kennedy Brooks goes from Oklahoma. He goes to the Cardinals and backup duty. At the end of the day, hits Israel's not losing his starting job to nobody. And in fact, Kennedy Brooks hasn't even been built all the way. We really look at him, 56 truck in, 74 break tackles. These things are not built on him. It's just something that I didn't complete or finish. So when we look at his combine stuff after the combine shit tomorrow, we'll know what to really do with this running back. There's a lot of running backs that came out this draft. Devontae Price, I don't think he starts or play really much for the Bengals because of what they got over there already. Hassan Haskins goes to the Bucks. Now, I think they wasted Bus Bettis, but I think they can, make that up for wasting a running back like that. And if I'm them, I'm trading Bus Bettis or moving into the true fullback position because Hassan Haskins, the last time we seen him in real life football, he scored 5 rushing touchdowns to get those guys into the playoffs over Ohio State. In a Big Ten championship game, scored 5 rushing touchdowns on Ohio State. He can get it done. He's in between the tackle and runner. He's a guy that get better as you give him carries. So we'll see if the Bucks are ready to use 2 backs in their backfield yet, or is this the Jaleel Ruggs show over there? But I think this is a special running back that they got. Very special with the 92 truck, 92 break tackles. He's solid over there. Then you're going to deal with Zach Charbonnet. Another good running back, 93-93. He played at Michigan, and he played with Hassan Haskins. He transferred to UCLA during the COVID year. And this name is famous from Max last year and getting real drive having him. So we know we got a good running back here with 92 truck, 92 break tackles as well. I just don't know. You had Walter Payton, who finally stepped into the starting role over there for the Chicago Bears. I don't think this guy cracks the starting lineup, but he does get carries, in my opinion. Jerion Al-Ely. The Bills are just drafting, and they do what they always do. Speed, drafting, whatever's best available, they get them. My question is, you're starting to get crowded in that backfield over there. What do you do with a player like this? Because I think this player could play for somebody. Just not the Bills right now. But when you got that type of speed right now, you can do whatever you want with this kid. Could be a special teams guy, or you can use him in the backfield. Ty Chandler, Tennessee to North Carolina. He benefited, left Tennessee and went to North Carolina at the time where they had 2 stud running backs that got drafted the year before. He comes in, becomes a starter there, 1,500 yards easy, and we're dealing with a kid that got really good speed and he's elusive as hell. So I like this pickup for the LA Rams, to go along with E.B. Savage over there. I like it. Backup duty. All right, so Quandre White from Florida State to South Carolina. Knee injury kept him from being who he, could have possibly been for Florida State. But solid. South Carolina, 93 speed, 93 excel. Another running back that, in my opinion, the coach can figure out what they want to do with their backup position. They do need a solid backup. They got 2 guys to choose from. Tyrion Davis-Price, LSU. Another one of those big backs. Problem is, Nasir Dell was there. So if this is a roster casualty, and in my opinion, Dell might not be somebody you want to re-sign because you just picked up the same type of back that you had already in a couple years ago. We also know they drafted a running back last year as well. So, Snake, what are we doing here? Another running back drafted. Is this just a luxury pick? Best available type situation?
Price was free agent pickup.
A free agent pick? Oh, he got him out of free agent. Superstar sitting in free agent.
Same with the Colts. The free agent pickup.
Was Quandre White?
Same with the Bills. Ely was a free
the
agent
Bills
pickup.
too. Okay, so they all free agency pickups. All right, so I ain't mad at that. These guys can come on and get, and what happens? They don't get no burn. They go back into free agency. Somebody else gives them opportunity. Like this pickup right here, Keanu Ingram, another one of my favorite running backs, 5'11", 225. He started off at Oklahoma and started as a true freshman. At Texas, started as a true freshman, but then Texas, brought in another freshman, and that guy took the starting job and haven't looked back. So he transferred out to USC, and We're looking at skill set here, 5'11", 225. They got Hayden in their backfield already. I think they got a very solid running back right now and as a backup, so we could see a little bit of two-headed monster shit going on over there. The fastest running back in the draft, Jerome Ford. So this is why I thought Streaks went somewhere else, because the Panthers got 3 running backs now, and when you got a guy with this type of speed, you got to play him. Fortunately, this is like the Raiders situation. The Panthers run the football, so because they run the football, they can get a ball to a couple of running backs and enjoy, long seasons with these guys.
Panthers got 4 running backs, bro.
4 of them over there.
They got Harold Streets. Remember, they got Mike Washington.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They had Mike Washington.
So then they got Ty Jacobs last year. You know what I mean? And Jerome Ford now. So they got 4 running backs. Mike Washington and Harold Streets both 95, 96. And you got to get this guy on the field. So, sheesh.
Yeah, fastest running back in the draft. Can't wait to watch him really win a 40.
Might have missed that window.
All right, now, in a different light, Miami's running back Cameron Harris. Very fast, very elusive, and can run in between the tackles. What do the Cardinals do with this running back when they drafted this guy, right? So they gives them that two-headed monster again that they had when they had Tyson Williams and Hits. I wouldn't be surprised if this kid doesn't get the starter carries.
Yeah, he probably gonna start right away. Israel probably gonna
he gonna get benched.
That mentor to the playoffs.
Yep. Into the playoffs. Yep.
Mentor to week 15.
All right, Max Borgi, man, white chocolate, 5'9". This is the poor man's Christian McCaffrey. What we're going to see with this kid is 85 break tackle, 85 truck, and he can run. But there we go. The Bears picked up another running back. Crowded backfield in a situation where is enough running backs over there to figure some things out. I like this guy. I think he should get playing time for this team this year, especially coming in with 84 overall, 94 speed, 94 excel. And he catch the ball out the backfield, and they really, I think Walter Payton is more of a running back, and this guy can catch the ball out the backfield. So I think they can really use him.
They had a 2-back system last year. They let one of them go. So Walter Payton and now they got Borgia and Charbonnet. So I'm pretty sure they'll both be getting touches to see which one ultimately develops as that next secondary back.
Right. I think Borgia gets the third down shit. I believe that. I think Borgia is going to see a lot of receiving down action where he's on the field third down type stuff.
Walter Payton in the contract year, so
oh yeah.
Might be up out of there.
Yeah, and I could work that way. Yeah, that so either Walter going to step all the way up or he's going to step all the way out.
Charbonnet give him something that he don't got, you know what I mean? That real definitely in between the tackle running back and then
right.
Yeah, so
that can really break those tackles.
That can really break it up, yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so the next back, Isaiah Spiller, goes to the New York Giants, where they lost Swift. And they do got Barkley there, and they did pick up to the house over there. Now they got Isaiah Spiller, big back, 6'1", 225 out of Texas A&M, bloodline. You know what I'm saying? C.J. Spiller was the man at Clemson and Buffalo. So you're looking at a guy with 93 speed, 93 excel. I think you pick this kid up, and you kind of got to the house. They kind of the same backs. To the house, a little bit more power runner. And this kid can do everything. Elusive, he can run between the tackles, he can get outside, and he can catch the ball at the backfield really well. How does the Super Bowl champs use this kid?
This is a late 4th round pick. I mean, even though St. Barkley's 25 and he did take to the house last year, what you pretty much his hope is that to the house develops into that every down back, and then this guy has time to develop into a backup.
Right.
He gets some special team carries right now. A year or two when you're ready to get rid of Barkley, you already got your man right there. Just because of bloodline, he'll definitely.
Completely agree with that. I just think he's a household name, man. I think eventually it might be funny though, but he might no homo and shit. He might fall in love with this running back, and this guy might end up being the guy over there.
Man, these guys used to that New York weather, man. So like I say, when your family in the coaching tree in that Buffalo area, you gotta remember they was with Buffalo. You know, his brother was with Buffalo Bills.
Yes,
They
sir.
was in that New York area in that cold weather. So like, I like to believe that he definitely had some inside info. You know, maybe
Yeah, I
he
like
was out
it.
there in that ball boy back then in them days. But yeah, I definitely. I
New
like the pick.
coach
Good
in
pick.
Kansas City. So any direction they go in is new for them, and any direction they go in ain't really not too much of a wrong direction because they're gonna bring in their type of players right now. Rashad White out of Arizona State, solid running back. He's another one cut back that got power and can really hit you with tricky speed. I think he's faster than that 93 on field, game speed. I like it. I do think, you know, you got Hilaire, who old as dirt over there right now. And they do have a nice running back they traded from your team that you drafted a couple years back when Cummins came out. So they got a dog over there already. That just needs to be used, and because he has having wear and tear on his tires right now, I think that running back will show us something. But then you bring this guy in at the change of pace. I like it. But then you go James Cook, much needed running back over there for the LA Chargers. Dalvin's little brother comes out, goes to the LA Chargers, and the situation with Saquon Barkley is down there 40 years old. Perfect. You get a superstar running back that can catch the ball out the backfield, can do things in a special teams game, and can run the football, man. Very, very, very elusive, and you know, a baby Dalvin Cook right now. You know, my question was, he at Georgia, you know, he's been there, felt like he'd been there forever, but being there, he had dogs all around him. It's so many running backs that come out of that Georgia program, and while he's there, it was 6 of them on a roster, loaded, and he still found a way to be on the field all the time. So I do think he can come right in and be an impact player over there for the Chargers right away, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're not seeing him start.
Right, it should definitely be a starter.
And then those Eagles go out and get Zamir White, man. Zeus is tricky because he had ACL tear that slowed his career over there in Georgia. But once he healed up, took him about 2 years to get it together. When he got it together, we started to see him start to step up, especially last year during their championship run. But to be honest with you, he's going to be even better. You know, the more he's removed from that ACL tear, the better he's going to be. Again, you're looking at a back that comes over there. In my opinion, the Eagles need JT, Jonathan Taylor's getting up there in age as well.
Hit stick.
Right. So they call him Zeus for a reason, man. So we're going to see, you know, some should be. I think he starts day one for them. I don't even think they fuck around. I think he gets on the field ASAP. All right, I'm going to go to the fullback right now because there was a fullback that came out of this draft, and the funny thing is, if you watched him today in real life, you saw them talk about him as a tweener, and the fact that they could play this guy at tight end, running back, fullback, wherever they want, really. I mean, we see him run kicks and punts back from Michigan State at 6 foot, 240 pounds, and he's bloodline. His brother plays for the Steelers right now as we speak at D tackle, so you know, it's in the blood, bro. Man, I like him. I like him a lot. This is a still pick because you draft a fullback that we built. You know he's gonna come out high overall. Good still here right now. What is your plans with him? Because it's strengthening your backfield completely.
Yeah, fullback. I mean, he'll move around. You know, right now he'll be right there fullback.
All right, more of a fullback for you than tight end, right? All right, let's go on to the receiver groups right now, and let's check out what happened in this draft. It's big-time names with some big-time plays. I love the Justin Ross move to go to Chicago. Here's why. I told y'all all last year that Chicago did not, to me, have a number one receiver over there. It was really Justin Fields making a bunch of mid-shift receivers look really good. I think they get themselves a number one receiver. His 40 time is going to be faster than 92. Once I'm done finishing him. But Justin Ross, you know, back in his freshman year, before he got hurt, you know, his injury kept him out for 2 seasons, the injury year and the COVID year. This is a dog. This is a true number one receiver. This gives them that target they had when they had Allen Robinson over there. I love this pick. This is like one of my favorite picks because I thought Chicago really needed a true weapon for Justin Fields, and they got it. How you feel about it?
I think they heard the calling on the show, because like, not to jump the horn, but they went out there and drafted 3 wide receivers.
Right.
2 big boys. They drafted Drake London and Justin Ross.
Yeah. Chicago on some shit right now, man. Chicago did some more freaky shit, and then the Ravens do what the Ravens always do. Go trade after that draft and go get some motherfucking dogs. The coach drafted Pickens, didn't want him. They didn't check that 40 time. They didn't want him. He's seeing him on a 92 speed, 92 XL, and they realized he ran a 4.3 still. And then you send your right tackle, your last Israel on the line, and your DN over there to the fucking Jets and get James Williams to go along with Tion Pitts and Angelo Griffin. Oh my God. That's all I'm gonna say is, oh my God, 6'5", 6'2", Blazers. Let's get it. Sky Moore, big pickup for the Bills right now. We already seen what he was doing with Poole. This is a real field stretcher. We seen him get best, and he had the boy Anton over there, but this is another guy with the type of speed that he likes to play with. With a quarterback that's going to be in his second year, that's that dual threat that can run around and fling that thing. How you like this matchup with Poole?
And I think Moore come in right away and at least go to the slot. Right now, he gets on the field right now, slot and special teams. You still got Anton Carter. Does he?
Right.
Think he plays Carter? I mean, I think he got a year, but I don't know. He might throw him right in there.
I think this is going to be that quarterback Weber's favorite target for this year, because I think he's going to want him to develop. He already 86 overall with the green arrows up. I mean, looking at 97 speed, 97 XL, 5'10". This guy is going to stretch the field. Like you said, he could play slot, he could play on the outside, but what he's going to do is stretch the field. And when it's time to play backyard football, you know what I'm saying? I'm running around. You can't tag me. You counted to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and you blitz me. I make you miss, run around, and point my fingers down the field. Keep going. And he launched that bitch to him. He getting behind everybody. I like this. I like another weapon added to the Bills' arsenal. Then you got Zay Flowers. Nice little pickup, Boston College. He's a steady receiver, though. This kid's solid. He was really a dog for Boston College, where Boston College ain't really have a quarterback at all over there, but he still stays steady over there. I don't think he gets on the field right away for them, because they do have a crowded receiver room over there. Plus, we got to just see what the coach is going to do going forward. Now, Calvin Austin III, I'm not even mad at Hillberg, I thought he had really good receivers over there already. He goes and get more. He gets one of the fastest guys in the draft. And Calvin Austin out of Memphis, 5'7", 175. We know what he can do with a receiver when he's throwing to a receiver. Snake out of here. He'll be back. I'm here. Keep it moving. But Calvin Austin, bro, speed kills. At the end of the day, speed is everything. Now, they picked up 2 receivers in this draft. In my opinion, they already had a dog receiver over there. I just don't know if... Make sure y'all can still hear me. Let me see make sure I ain't tripping. We still live? Nope, I knew it was great drop. Oh my God. The fuck is going on over here? Alright, we're gonna pick this thing back up tomorrow. I want to check out to see what the fuck going on. Other than that, fellas, thanks for tuning in. I know we can y'all can still hear me? Alright, let's get back to it then. Let me see. Hold on. I'm not gonna hop off. I'm gonna get right back in and get these receivers done real fast. It's gonna come back up 0-0 shit. Let me see what I gotta do. Come on. Circle back out, round. It booted everybody the fuck out the chat. Alright, let's see where we are. Bang, bang. Alright, we'll stop here. Johan Dotson, one of my favorites. I played with him real draft 2 years in a row, man. Speed burner, where they already throwing the ball downfield 50 and 30 and 40 and 60 yards downfield all day already with a receiver. They go get themselves a number 2, a true speedster number 2 over there right now. Where you got Justin Jefferson getting up there in age, they bring in Johan Dotson, who I think is definitely a day one starter for this team, and he should, be lights out. Now, Chris Olave, great pickup. He ran a 4.28. His 40 time goes up. He goes to that 98, and now you got a deep threat guy who's really a deep threat guy. This kid runs under everything. It seemed like every game he played in, he walked under a bomb. So the Jaguars get him, and I like it because the Jaguars is getting up there in age at receiver with DK Metcalf. Even you're looking at Rashad Bateman. Then you also have Eskridge. Those guys are down there touching 30 right now, except for Rashad Bateman. Now you bring in Chris Olave, in my opinion, dog. This is going to be special over here right now, man. So you're looking at a guy that's going to be somewhere between 96, 97 speed with that 4.3. He might even be a little faster. Yeah, about 97 with the 98 Excel. They got themselves a future receiver that they could do some work with, and they could take their time with him. So I like it. Love it a lot. David Bell, slick receiver. This is a perfect fucking... And the Broncos didn't even draft, but this is like one of the perfect fucking picks right here because these are the type of receivers he go crazy with. He ain't looking for the, I can run right by everybody. He don't care about all that. He just need guys to catch the ball at a high level and look at it. 90 catch, 88 catching trap, right? 96 special catch. Short route running is off the hook. Olave. Oh, shit. All right, so again, David Bell to me, pure dog at receiver. Rondell Bell was over there with him before Rondell got drafted, and he was up for the award, the Blinifikov Award. I don't know if he won it, but he was up for it all year. And the guy of all guys right now is Jarrett Wilson. He goes to the Chiefs. What better? Patrick Mahomes before it's time for him to hang up the cleats. He gets a dog at receiver right now. Who's the to me, I had him as my number 1 receiver on the board, and most of the mock draft guys got him coming out, first. He's a top 5 player in this draft in real life. He was in that top 5 to 10 players in my draft. So he's a dog, and I think that 40 time probably should be a little bit higher, but not 100% sure yet. I didn't really check it out yet, but I do know that 98 Excel and with that 98 special catch, this guy go get it. Him and Olave, them boys catch the football. And he does a lot with the ball. He's really silky smooth running routes. So I really like that for the Chiefs. Bo Melton, a good pickup. And if the Saints decided he wanted him to be his number 1, he'll do exactly that and build this guy, build him up. But he had a good game in the All-Star game. In the Reese's All-Star game, he played well. They're loaded over that receiver. I don't think he's gonna see the field unless the Saints decide they want to play with him. Danny Gray a pickup. This is a steal for the Cardinals because he ran a 4.33. So now that 40 time goes completely up, and they got themselves a dog. Where now you're starting to see the Cardinals bringing in receivers to replace the veterans, Isabella and Rondell Moore. They're starting to do that right now. So shout out to them. Giants go pick up Velus Jones, right? 4.32. So his 40 time goes up. At 6 foot, 205 pounds, 93 special catch. And we're going to look at some of the field shit he did to really get a good handle on what he's doing. Now, they go get Pujers in a trade. They already loaded at their top 2 positions. They had the kid Smith there. They just retooled, man. They said they was going to continue to get weapons for their quarterback, and they did exactly that. In my opinion, whether his 40 time go up or not, they got a guy that they can shelf and literally just let him be a punt returner, kick returner right now, and just shelf him and let him develop some. And then maybe, a guy like Smith wants to go be a number 1 receiver somewhere else. They can, send him on his way and plug and play. John Mechie III goes to the Lions in a situation where the Lions, Hollywood Brown's getting up there in age. Well, Mechie's there now, so solid player, great player for the Alabama Crimson Tide. He came from that receiver core that had, round 1 talent all over that fucking roster, and he still cracked some playing time while they all was there. So he's a dog. We already talked about Sky Moore, a sneaker stiller right here. Trey Turner, we got him very late. Go just watch Virginia Tech and watch his highlights. That's all I'm going to say. We see John Ross, Josh Johnson. Could pick a look. 5'10", 185, 95 speed, 95 excel. Solid. They got rid of Hardman up there in age, and then they traded Skino. So I like this. This is not, a bad situation, especially when they want to put Wandell more of a running back than anything. You saw them change him to running back already. They got a nice little guy that got some great speed, and probably the best steal of the draft, Christian Watson. His 40 time did not do him justice. He ran at 6'5", a 4.28. So he goes up to that 97, 98 speed guy, where you're looking at 6'5" doing that. Problem. Zay Flowers talked about Austin. We talked about Khalil Shakir, another guy that ran a faster 40 time than I got him running right now for the Bucks. And I think, with Darden getting up there in age, just becomes their number 2 receiver over there with Henry Ruggs. I don't think Henry Ruggs is ready to get that starting job up yet. They're going to target Henry Ruggs more than anybody else, but this guy will be there to be safe and develop into a true number 2 for them. Jalen Tolbert, love this pickup for the Jets. The Jets got a good receiver room already, and the fact that they got him, in fact, that's where motherfucking Leaf upgrade go. 94, 94, 6'1", 195. I like this. South Alabama, 95 special catch. Jalen Tolbert, solid receiver. Kevin Austin Jr. ran a 4.3. He's going to go up in 40 times. So Mike won there with the West Virginia pickup. He was actually the first 40 I saw get ran today. They pick up Josh Allen, 5'11", out of Kentucky, 92 speed, 92 excel. This would be a guy. Remember, all these guys, got true 40 times now, so we're going to really check them out, see what they really about. And then Falk goes and get another guy that he knew ran a faster 40 than what we had him, man. 6'3", 220, big body, go along with Sheldon Ward and the other receivers. See, they retooling right now. So if you're going to catch the Cardinals, this is the time to catch them because they're retooling right now. I don't think they're going to be at their max strength right now until they start to develop. Treylon Burks. Now, they had Treylon as one of the top 10 fastest motherfuckers coming out this draft until he ran his 40 yesterday. He ran a 4.55. So that 97 speed comes tremendously down, but you still got a dog receiver and one of the best receivers in the draft. Alec Pierce, 6'2", good speed out there for Cincinnati. Desmond Ridder through Tim, solid. I love this Rambo pickup. Although I think the Eagles got a solid receiver room already, I think this was just a luxury pick. Don't think they needed to make this pick, but not mad that they did. Just don't know how they're going to get him on the field. Dejon Dixon, another one of those nickel states, one of those 6'4", 200 pound, 93, 93. He got good special catch though, 98. And then Drake London goes to the Bears, bro. So the Bears retooled at the receiver position right now. They finally got Justin Fields' weapons right now. And we thought the Bears were solid already with, mid-shift receivers. Imagine what it looks like when they got really good dogs at the receiver position. And the Rams go get Ty Frogel, 93 speed, 93 excel, 6'2", from out of Indiana, 98 special catch play. I like Britton Covert. To me, more of a special team guy. And the way the Panthers play, this kid can do jet sweeps and things like that, to help out this offense. I do think he'll play some high enough overall to really see the field in a system where they want to throw the ball. Run the ball more than they want to throw it. Michael Young will never see the field for the Ravens at all, not even special teams. So if somebody looking for a little short, shifty, fast receiver, come get him. Cheap. Devin Tompkins, another guy, 93 speed, 96 excel, good speed. I think at